This podcast is produced by Outcomes Rocket, your healthcare exclusive digital marketing agency. Outcomes Rocket exists to help healthcare organizations like yours to maximize their impact and accelerate growth. Visit outcomesrocket.com or text us at 312-224-9945. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Outcomes Rocket. Such a pleasure to have you guys join us again. Today I have a marketing mastermind with us in healthcare. His name is Bryan Cush. He is the CEO of Tidal Health Group. They're just doing phenomenal work in marketing, and I definitely want to make sure that you guys know about it. So Bryan, thanks for joining me. I've always been inspired by you and glad that we're finally able to do this today.
Yeah, brother, I appreciate it. I like the word mastermind, but I don't know if I deserve that title, but we'll find out after this.
Well, I love it, man. Well, look, let's dig into it. Talk to us about your company, Tidal Health Group. What do you guys do? How is it different? And why does it matter?
Sounds good, brother. Yeah, it's definitely a journey and it's evolved over the last 15 years. The two concepts that we've always steered towards were what we consider authority building and then acquisition. Our end clients are all care delivery healthcare brands. So that's some brick and mortar aspects. So that could be hospitals, could be freestanding clinics, could be multi-location medical specialty practices, but there's some physical care delivery aspect. So how we think about authority is how do we build and position our brands and their providers online as an authority in their medical space? And then how do we acquire the appropriate clinical patients for them as well? They're really done through multiple kind of digital touch points, but really this positioning aspect of authority and then this performance aspect of acquisition.
Well, you know how to concisely put it together, and like Richard Branson, I think he said, the true leader knows how to simplify, and you've simplified it to a science. So you shared that your end customer are the providers. What would you say one thing that most people don't know about the problem that you solve?
Probably one of the biggest is just the complexity of the research and the journey that the user takes online to find care. There's too much of a short-term transactional kind of like bottom funnel nature that like people think about healthcare almost like it's e-commerce too much. And that there's, especially when you get into like secondary and tertiary care, like I'm talking like not primary care. Think about someone going on a cancer research journey, just anything that involves real high sensitivity, the complexity, the amount of places they're looking for support, information, care, validation, reputation is massive. Like you have to really take in the headspace and the psychology of where that person is in their journey, not only in the area of medical specialty, but where they are in kind of the linear path of receiving care for that thing too.
Yeah, and it's complicated. Where do you find most organizations have the biggest opportunity?
Shifting from really almost an extension on that of shifting away from an over-indexing on performance marketing and bringing back a majority into more brand marketing of really establishing more of a relationship with a potential patient. That someone much smarter than me really represented that concept of the kind of like 95-5 rule of think about it in healthcare as well, that not everyone, people aren't actively looking for cancer care until they have to look for it. And that's only a small subset of people that are kind of ready to buy. So if you're not investing into your brand and creating touch points with those individuals when they don't need that care, they're not going to then have you on their short list when they're in that crisis moment looking for care.
Yeah, no, it's fascinating. And it's hard, right? Like most people think of brand as, where's my ROI? Like, how am I going to get this to produce for me? What advice would you give to folks that are thinking like that right now?
Really strip away the noise and define the one or two internal business metrics that you are keeping your eye on that need to go up. ROI is a funny term we dance with a lot that inherently by its naming is a very short-term look of view on success of something. So if you truly are looking to grow and grow market share and grow a brand, really zoom in on the things that aren't particularly marketing metrics. A lot of times it's just net new client visits. Just look at that number, understand where it is in your systems internally, and just watch it. Is it climbing as you're stacking on strategy? Yes, you need to have a good agency or internal marketing team that you trust to then understand the pieces and how to optimize and tweak. But you're not going to have this throughput line to be able to show every dollar and every Google ad and every Facebook ad and every billboard and its effect. So really zooming in on what are the one or two things internally that mean the most to your business that you need to watch go up.
Thanks, Bryan. I think that's really sage advice. And folks are trying a lot of things out there. The front door to healthcare has really changed. And so we like to learn from successful people. And so I'd love to help understand what you're seeing out there that really, let's take this two ways. Like on the one hand, as an agency owner, what has helped you be successful and any tips or tricks that we could help other entrepreneurs with? But also let's look at it from the lens of a provider. And what have you seen some of the best out there do that's working right now?
Yeah, the agency side for me was always specialization. I knew that early on. I don't think I explicitly knew it. I was smarter. There was just almost an inherent laziness of just specialize because I don't need to repeat myself every time.
Yeah.
And that's paid off for us over time of just further refining how specialized in the lane of specialty that we are in. I feel like that's even more confident now if someone's in the more startup entrepreneur phase now that there's just so many areas of opportunity to specialize and then build a community around you. Because even as specialized as you are, there's probably multiple agencies that are peripheral to you. And even if you think they're your competitors, they're really not. So having a community of other owners and other entrepreneurs, it can be a lonely journey. So creating that community around you, it just all ships rise, where that group and that community of people that you trust and are advisors, it will scare you how much you go through life together and experience the same things as you care for each other.
I love that, Bryan. And I just want to give you an opportunity to tell our listeners and viewers what your specialty is.
In terms of our space, in marketing?
Yeah. What do you knock it out of the park with for providers?
Yeah, to dig under the hood of kind of the authority and acquisition comment. Under the hood of that, we're a web development agency. So we do a lot around authority building in terms of on-site kind of indicators to authority. So we do a lot of web development. We do a lot of SEO, a lot of paid search, paid social, just kind of cross-channel marketing. Really then under the hood of all of that, though, is a custom marketing analytics system. So we build first-party data systems that allow us to pull in a lot more signals than just a third-party native Google Ads platform. That's really where we start to shine and show our difference of we can build a marketing data warehouse that can then interact with our clients' CRMs, our clients' revenue cycle management systems, their EMRs, where we just act as another department of data set for them to just enhance their overall business.
That's awesome, Bryan. Huge differentiator there. And if you had to call out one thing that you're seeing work in the market for providers, what would you say it is?
From a marketing perspective?
Yeah.
There's always just a continued emphasis on reputation. Just where that reputation lives continues to evolve. 15 years ago, it was Google business listings, Yelp listings, maybe Bing. And it was you could solely kind of focus in those real fixed platforms. And now you're seeing a heavy shift to everyone knows social has become another signal of really support groups and kind of threads like a Reddit. But really more so, there's a lot of healthcare specific channels like that if you can establish just quality care kind of above and beyond, and you see someone kind of shout about the experience, and it's often not even the clinical things that they experience, it's all the people things around healthcare. It is just, we see some crazy amount of referral traffic from some of these support channels. And then when you work backwards, you just see happy people commenting in support groups of patients, thinking that they're an N of one. And when they find that other patient is going through the same journey and that they have someone that helped them through the journey, the sale is made.
Huge. I love that. Such a great tip there, Bryan. Folks, this is tip of the iceberg. Obviously, our podcasts are 10-minute spotlights. This doesn't have to be the last conversation you have with Bryan, though. So, Bryan, I'd love if you just share the best way that people could get in touch with you so that if they're curious and they want to take their health system or a clinic to the next level, they can chat with you.
Yeah, personally, I'm always successful. I'm heavily on LinkedIn, so people can look up myself or the company, Tidal Health Group, and then always the website too. If people are just curious to talk to, we give free consultative conversations that people kind of shy away from. But once they get on and they realize kind of how advisory we are, what we do, we sell a process, not a service. So we really go, well, here's our 10 years of experience, 20 years of experience. How does it bump against what you've been trying, and try and be really heavy in the advice we give?
That's awesome. I love that. Well, folks, we're going to leave Bryan's information in the show notes. Again, Bryan Cush, he is the CEO of Tidal Health Group, just an incredible marketing leader that I want to make sure you all knew about. So check him out. And Bryan, thanks for joining us. This is fun. It's always fun to connect with you.
You too, brother. I really appreciate the time.
Likewise, my man. This podcast is produced by Outcomes Rocket, your healthcare exclusive digital marketing agency. Outcomes Rocket exists to help healthcare organizations like yours to maximize their impact and accelerate growth. Visit outcomesrocket.com or text us at 312-224-9945.